What's good, y'all? It's Monday again. I feel like this one came around real quick. That's dope. 'Cause, I don't know. Definitely ready to get with you guys again and share some good energy. So, my bad. I'm trying to get myself framed and stuff. So, that's what I'm kind of drifting as I'm talking to you guys. But, yeah, I feel like this is good. What you guys think? You guys think this is cool? Okay. But yeah. Before we get started, I kind of wanted to, as people get in here, start with like a slight meditation, nothing too major, just some breath work, little body scanning, and just stuff to bring us into the present moment. So if you can, get comfortable, and if you can't, just kind of taking the vibes and taking the energy, still do the breathing. But yeah, do whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you can do at this time. But yeah, just want you guys to start by closing your eyes just a little bit if you can. Just a little bit. Closing your eyes if you can. Just kind of be in this moment. We're not going to go right into breathing, but just kind of be here. Taking the sounds around you if you hear anything. Don't think about them, but just kind of note them and notice them. I don't want you guys thinking at all right now. Choose a little movement to your body, a little rocking. Pay attention to how your body feels as you sit here. A little bit of movement, but a whole lot of presence. Okay, guys, now we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to make the exhales longer than the inhales to promote, relaxation, as well to, allow, not, but to let your nervous system know that you are safe and that you are ready to relax and to be calm in this moment. So, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Go back to relaxing, just being here in this moment. A little bit of rocking. That feels good. Now we're going to do a quick body scan, starting at the top of your head. I just want you to pay attention to it. Just kind of, as I say different parts, just kind of go to it with your awareness. Don't think about it too much. Just pay attention to how it feels. All this is just to emphasize the importance of being present. So be present with each of these body parts and sections as we get to them. So start with the top of the head. Back of the head. Forehead. Nose. If while you're scanning any particular part, if you feel tension, if you feel if you feel anything, release it. If it's something you can just kind of move and let go of, do that. If not, just send energy there and release it with your consciousness, and you'll feel the tension relieve itself. You'll feel it better for sure. Sometimes all it takes is awareness, and that's all you know, different parts of your body are just trying to get your attention, let you know they might be in an uncomfortable, uncomfortable position or whatever may have you, or that you may just be storing energy there when you don't need to be. So, nose, cheeks, your lips, chin, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, your stomach, your back, your hands, your groin area and your hips, your butt, your hamstrings, your quads, your knees, your calves, your shins, and your feet. And when you're done, give your toes a little wiggle. Rock a little bit. We're going to do one more deep breath. And remember, exhales longer than your inhales. So inhale, hold, exhale. Just express gratitude to yourself and to, your environment and everything. Just a simple thank you. All right, now come back to this moment. That was so dope. Thank you guys for joining me in that moment of presence and moment of mindfulness. If meditation is something you don't typically do, or you don't spend too much emphasis on being mindful and being in the present moment, try something as simple as that. Some deep inhales and exhales. Exhale longer than your inhale for relaxation. Inhales longer than your exhales for energy, like if you want like a boost of energy. But the breath is very powerful and can do so much. So just something as simple as that, and a little body scanning could bring you into this present moment, can relax your nervous system, and send you about your day. It doesn't have to take too long. It can be as long as you want, or as short as you want. So yeah, well, without further ado, thank you guys, and let's get to the reading. Oh, cards are jumping out. Hold on, let me put them back. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. But yeah, happy Monday, y'all. I'm excited to be here again, and I feel like every week we keep upping it, and the energy keeps going up, and yeah, it's just dope. And I'm really grateful, and I continue to be more and more grateful as we continue to exchange energy and show up, and our collective starts to, come to form. So I definitely feel like this is a collective that's going to continue to grow, and yeah, and I'm excited to be able to be here for you guys, to be a resource for you all, and for you all to be there for me as well. Because like I said in previous readings, like, yes, this is a collective reading, and yes, it's a lot of energy being read for you all, but understand that, I'm a part of the collective too, because I'm here, so I influence the messages, and the messages are just as much for me as they are for you. So I just always want to say thank you for you all. And thank you for being here. Yeah. So. Seems like the cards are going to be following my lead today, and that's okay. Because, I don't know, I've been in the energy of more of a masculine energy. I feel like for a little while now I've been called to be, to kind of heal and to become well acquainted with my divine feminine energy. But I don't know, recently it's felt like, okay, like we did the work, and now it's time to restore the balance a little bit. And right now that's to be more in my masculine energy, to be more forthright, be more trailblazing, to be more hands-on with things, and to determine where I want to go and to go there. So yeah, cards are definitely following my lead, so let's do it. First things first, the Hierophant. For some, you're being asked to step into a teacher role right now. There may have been someone who's come into your orbit, into your energy, that's looking to learn something from you. And you may not even feel like a teacher, like you may not feel like, oh, I know so much, I can go teach, but you can teach just by knowing anything, because there's always somebody who knows less than you. So understand that you have value as a teacher just by simply existing, because you have an experience that is different from someone else's. So you can be a teacher, and you are a teacher, and there's someone in your orbit, in your vicinity, who's looking to you to be that. So don't hesitate, don't be afraid, or don't feel like you're not worthy of being able to help someone, because you are, and your experiences are exactly what they needed to be able to help whoever you may feel called to help. So if you're feeling called to educate, you're feeling called to lead, you're feeling called to be there for someone in like a educational capacity of just kind of like being even if it's just leading by example, do that and understand that you are equipped to do that, and anything else you need will find you. And that being said, there's others in the collective who are being called to be a student, and to be humble enough to be a student, to understand that you may know a lot, but you don't know everything. There is stuff that people can teach you, and that's the next part of your evolution. Like, yes, you know a lot at this stage, but there are multiple stages, there's levels, and there's, especially where you're going, like there's higher levels, and there's a ladder to climb. So understand that there's a mentor coming in, or has just come in already, and yeah, be humble. Take this on with the energy of a kid, like they don't think too hard or come into things with too many preconceived notions. They show up excited and ready to do whatever, ready to do what they're asked, ready to learn, ready to experience, ready to see new things. So you're being asked to approach this the same way. You may know a lot, but don't go in there guarded or feel like you have to prove your knowledge, because you don't. Go in there just receptive to what they have to say. Even if you feel like it's on a topic you already know about, don't be quick to shut it down like, oh, I know about that already. Kind of, give it some space, see what they may have to say, because it might be that one gem that, I thought something was in my ear, that one gem that they reveal that kind of changes your whole perspective on something that you know everything about. So just kind of hear them out, and embrace the fact that this experience is for you, and that there is something to be learned, and just trust that. So yeah, there's really an emphasis on education here. Patrice Pot Pie, my dog. These cards are definitely like, go ahead, do your thing. And that's cool. So I feel like they're usually, I don't know, my deck has a lot of personality. So it's like, either they're not talking at all, or they just won't stop talking. Like, I'll shuffle once and like cards are flying out and just all over the place. Or they sit back and they're like, I don't have nothing to say. So do your thing, and it's just dope. It's like a beautiful dance, and I don't know. My cards have changed like my relationship with all type of things, because everything's energy, and everything is energy, and everything has its own vibration. Everything's communicating, so it's like, I don't know, like that kind of take my relationships with things just differently. My shoes, my clothes, the food I eat, tables I sit at, like I kind of treat them all as if, they're their own thing, because they are. And you'd be surprised, like everything has personality. The cars you drive, the tree right outside your house, like you slow down enough and are present enough with it, you'll notice a difference. Like this tree is different from that tree. This rock is different from that rock. This house is different than that house. Like, just pay attention. And I feel like that's been a beautiful part of this journey, is just the fact that, I've become more sensitive and more aware, and I want to be. So, next card that came out was the Three of Wands. Kind of fell out and was like really sitting there waiting for me to discuss it. I was shuffling to see if anything else came out, but it seemed like no, but this is the one. So understand you're being called away from the shore. Like you've been watching things unfold, and you know where you're going, you know where you're planning to go, but you may have been in a season of just watching things unfold, watching things come, the stage be set. I feel like, in my own life, for example, I feel like I've been watching, because I make music, I engineer, I produce, I'm a recording artist, like all parts of music I have a hand in. So, I don't know, just with everything in the music industry, watching how things have been changing and how what people are calling for is changing, I feel like there's a certain amount of authenticity that the world has been calling for. And I'm starting to see that, that is becoming more valued than it has been in recent times. You can just see that in just the people who are becoming successful, the music that's becoming successful. I feel like there's just been a call for authenticity, even over like mad talent, over like being super polished. I feel like just stuff that's different is selling right now. Stuff that, I feel like people who may not have been able to make it a while ago are making it. And I feel like that's dope, because it's like, I feel like music is becoming decentralized. But I just say that just to say, like, you may have been watching, you've been spending a lot of time in one area, and you're seeing like the way the waves change. You're seeing the stage being set for you, to be able to thrive in it. Like maybe a couple years ago they weren't ready for you, but you're seeing like, damn, like they're calling for somebody exactly like me. It's like, that's been the energy. You've been preparing, you've been getting ready. The book Outliers might be significant, because it's about this type of thing. It's about like people who were just really ready at the right time, at the right place, and for their success. Like, I think it talked about Bill Gates in there at one point. It was just talking about how he was working on a program that, nobody was working on. And it wasn't because it was like new and super like amazing. It's just what he could work on and what he had. So he became really good at it, and then it shifted into becoming the standard. So now the industry was trying to catch up and learn it, but he already knew it. Not only did he already know it, but he was, he's already created successful things using it. Like, he was way ahead of the game. And he wasn't preparing for that. Like, he didn't know that things would shift in that direction, but they did. And in that moment, he was primed and ready to be successful. You know who he is now. So, really good book if you guys want to check it out. But you may be seeing that in your own life. That's the energy I'm getting here, is like, you've been preparing and you didn't know you were preparing, but now the world is ready for you, and you're gonna step up, you're gonna execute, and it's gonna change your life and shift you forward. So, pay attention to the landscape, pay attention to the industries you're a part of, pay attention to the world around you and how it's changing, and changing and seeming to put you at the center. And where have you been at the center? Because it's time to go forward. It's time to come down from the mountain and rejoin the world, rejoin the people, and to not just to join it, but to influence it, to disrupt it, to make it your own, and to be you, and watch how that changes everything as well. So yeah, and that's confirmed by the hermit on the bottom. You've been in isolation, you've been in a period of training, you've been in a period of contemplation, of learning, deep diving on yourself and where you've been putting your energy. Just learning, doing a lot of learning and a lot of introspection by yourself. You may be spending time with other people as well, but your inner world has been taking a lot of attention, focus, and energy, as it should, because I feel like, you change your inside, you become more of yourself, the outside will match every time. So I feel like the best way to quantum leap, the best way to push yourself forward and to really make a change is to go inside and to make the changes there. Making the changes in your environment, which is what we're taught to do for the most part, is far from the most effective way, because the outside is just results of your inside. Because if you change who you are on the inside, your choices on the outside are going to change, and your experiences will change in every field, like across the board, because you're different on the inside. So yeah, so you're coming out of this hermit energy, and that's okay. Don't feel like you being ducked away is, you being antisocial, or you feel like there's something wrong, you need to be out and about and around a bunch of people, or or you're trying to figure out, damn, are you depressed or something like that. It's like, no, not necessarily. It's just been a time for you to be to yourself, and that's okay. But that time, you're coming out of that time. So I hope you're ready, because the world is ready for you. Thank you guys for being here once again. Can never express enough gratitude. Yeah, these are really dope, and I feel like these readings feel so different every time. Like, I'm starting to, be able to identify the difference in energies a little more, just based on how each of these have felt different. How I feel coming into the reading, how I feel leaving the reading, how I feel during the reading. Like, definitely taking note of all that. And yeah, thank you guys, because I'm growing with you guys. And I just appreciate it. Hey, 10 of Cups. Got ultimate fulfillment coming in here. Yeah, heavy emotional fulfillment coming in. And I just feel like an overall just calmness. Like, not super excited. Like, seeing the 10 of Cups, I felt like I would feel excitement. Like, oh my God, like 10 of Cups, like, look at this card. It's like everything you could ever want for me. But I don't feel super excited. I just feel calm. So I'm feeling like you know that your 10 of Cups is here. You know that it's something you've been working for, something you've been calling in energetically, and also like physically calling in. You may have been praying a lot. You may have been asking for signs about this. But yeah, this is exactly what you thought it was. Like, this is not a surprise, especially if you've been doing the work. And like I said, if you've been calling it in and you've been showing up for yourself and, unlearning, relearning, being mindful and aware of your environment. Yeah, this is true love coming in. This is abundance. This is, I'm getting wish fulfillment as well. So not only just like emotional and like love, but the work you've been putting in towards your passions and your projects, like all that, you're getting fulfillment across the board, and it's in connection to all of it. Nothing happens in a vacuum. You putting your all into your projects also contributes to, your love life coming in the way you want it to. So don't think because, I've been working, like I'm getting away from, finding my person, if that's what you're trying to do. Or you feel like, because I feel like a lot of times we feel, we treat the different parts of our lives as separate, but they're not necessarily, the relationship you're in, the love relationship you're in directly impacts your business relationships. Your relationship with yourself directly impacts your financial stability, who you meet, who you bring in, all that. All of it is one whole picture. And the more you can see it as such, the less separation you'll experience in your own life, the less separation you'll experience from the world around you and your own inner world. Understand that it's all together. There is no separation. So understand that the way you've been showing up at work, the way you've been showing up in your own private life, the way you've been showing up at the gym, the way you've been showing up to your friends, that all of that is leading you to your ultimate prosperity. So don't be shy. Hell yeah, me too. Don't be shy to pour into your friends. Don't be shy to pour into yourself. Don't feel like any of it is taking away from the other, because it's not. Sometimes you may be called to give 20% here, 30% here, and then 50% there, and maybe 10 across a bunch of things. But understand that you're showing up whole, 100%. No matter where it's going, you're showing up 100%. So keep doing your thing, and don't think too hard, and don't allow yourself to get down on yourself when you're doing perfect. So keep going. Everything is here for you. Next up, Five of Swords again. This came out last week. Then it was really about acknowledging where you've been, but not getting stuck in it, and also not feeling like you owe your past self or even your present self. You don't owe them anything as far as having to continue to be the same, because you've been the same. You're allowed to change, you're allowed to grow. Like, I don't have to be the person I was 5 minutes ago. Like, if right now I decide, tarot's not for me anymore, I don't owe it to anybody to even see this reading out and to finish it. Like, yeah, you know what, man, it's not for me. I end it right here. Like, and I can do that. And you can do that too in your own life. Like, you're allowed to change, you're allowed to grow, you're allowed to elevate and to evolve, and that's what you're here to do. And there's no say and no rules on what that looks like. So the quicker you can honor your evolution, the quicker you can honor your changes, the better. You don't have to feel like, I spent hella time, so now I can pivot. Because why? Once you realize that something's not for you, you owe it to yourself to let it go quickly, and to not drag it around, and not to allow it to impact your energy for too long. Because once you outgrow something, once something's not for you anymore, it's only gonna wear on you. It's only going to, there may still be like little good moments and good times, but in the overall landscape of it, it's gonna wear you down until you let it go, because the resonance is not there anymore. The frequency and the vibration isn't a match anymore. You've outgrown it. So it's going to try to leave your life by any means necessary, quietly at first and loudly later. So the quicker you drop those swords and you say thank you for the ride, thank you for what it's been, but it's time to move on with these other things and lighten your load, you're gonna get lessons to do that, and there's no moving forward without it. So unless things grow with you and elevate with you, they're gonna fall off, or they're gonna have to, because they're not in resonance to where you're going. Especially if you're doing a lot of work, you're doing a lot of growing all the time. You're putting that emphasis on that. Anybody who's not doing it, or anything that's not growing at that rate, you're gonna outgrow it naturally, because you're not that person you were when you guys were in resonance, when you guys were a frequency match. You're just not that person anymore. So if they're still that person, you've grown into this person, naturally it's gonna fall away. So the quicker you can let it go by choice, the better, because you're gonna move on to things that are a match for you. You're gonna move on to things that are in resonance with you, and you're gonna find more of yourself, and it's gonna be better. So don't hold on to things that are not for you just because they're familiar, just because they're comfortable. You gotta let them go. You have to, because they're not gonna last. They're gonna go eventually. And I don't want you guys to look back and be like, I could let that go a long time ago. And even if that is what happens, that's okay, because you weren't ready to. And when you're ready to, you will. So the quicker you can make that, cool. But understand that everything is perfect. It's okay. When it's time for you to do it, you'll do it. So yeah, don't overthink it too much. If you know that something's over, if you know that you've outgrown a situation or a place, honor that, and take yourself out of it when you're ready to. But I also know that once you know better, you kind of have to do better. It doesn't go away. That call doesn't go away. So I trust that when it's your time for real, that you'll make that decision. Hermit at the bottom again. Someone's being called to go inside. I feel like there's a message that's trying to get to you, but you need to go inside to hear it. There's too much noise outside. So sit with yourself. Do some of that breath work. Do some of those body scans. See where when you're doing body scans, you feel energy in a particular place that's kind of stored. Look into it, because each part of the body corresponds with experiences or emotions and things that can get stored in certain places based off experiences. So look into that. Be like, damn, like there's knot in my stomach or something. You can look into it and see where that kind of aligns spiritually and metaphysically, and see if there's anything there, because it might point you in a direction like, wow, like, oh, I do have problems with that have nothing to do with your body per se. It may just be your family, but that corresponds to a certain part of your body, and damn, you do feel pressure there, and you might see some alignment. So yeah, look into everything. Your body is a wonderful tool as far as like the information it relays and its ability to process information and store information. So understand that your pains, your aches, the things you feel in your body may be also just information, about other things and other seemingly unrelated parts of your life. So definitely pay attention to your body, and always kind of look into what it's trying to communicate with you. Don't be afraid to get on Google and see, and treat everything as that deep. It may not be. You might Google and be like, that has nothing to do with anything, but now you know. So later on, it might be a time where it does have to do with that, and you remember like, oh damn, it did say that this part of the body is related to this. And so learning is never a waste of energy, and investigation is never a waste of energy. Looking into something is always a useful thing to do with your time. Knight of Swords, it's time to have some fun again. Get moving. The emphasis isn't too much on like where you're going or what to put your energy into, but look, just get out and play. What puts you in that energy of being a kid again? Like, what is something that you can do and lose yourself in? You look up and like, damn, it's been hours, or like, wow, like I didn't realize this much time has passed. Go do that. But you can see from here, it looks like his eyes are closed, or if they're not, he's looking at the sword, and he's not really paying attention to where he's going. Hey, what's up? How are you? Appreciate you joining us. But look, he's just kind of riding out. He's flowing. He's just doing his thing. The horse is having fun too, jumping through the sky. And yeah, that's all you're being called to do right now. Don't be so serious. Hell yeah. Don't be so serious. Ride out. Have some fun. Go fast for the sake of going fast. And in doing that, you'll there's something that's trying to reach you. And I feel like you're spending too much time in your head, spending too much time thinking, too much time acting, but you're not spending enough time just being still and being receptive to energy, being receptive to guidance. And yeah, there's something that's trying to be communicated with you. So your guidance is to do something fun, do something that gets you out of your mind and that just gets you into the present moment. And through that, you'll let go enough to where the downloads can find you, the information can find you, and whatever guidance that's trying to reach you can reach you. So get out there, have fun. If it's playing a sport, if it's just listening to music and dancing, whatever it is that that gets you into the present moment, go do that. You got the Devil on the bottom. So it's very important. So whatever came to mind when you heard me say that, as far as something you could do, definitely go do that. And today if you can, if not tomorrow for sure. But yeah, whatever this guidance is something that could possibly help you, save you from a situation that's been heavy on your energy. You may have felt stuck somewhere, but that's only because you're ruminating on it too much. You're spending too much time thinking about it. You're spending too much time in that energy. And you're not going to see a way out from being in that energy. The the solution isn't found in the same energy or frequency as the problem. It's not found in the same vibration as the problem. So I know you might feel like, oh, if I spend all day thinking about it, I do readings for people. If you spend all day thinking about it, especially from like a lower state, the solution is not going to come that way. You have to change your vibration. You have to get into, a vibration of a problem solver, and that is a lighter vibration. That is a higher vibration. So getting into joy, getting into gratefulness or gratitude, getting into those type of vibrations is where you want to solve your problems from. You definitely don't want to solve it from feeling defeated or feeling like a victim, or because you're not going to come up with good solutions then. And the solutions are trying to find you. So just get into a better state. Go do something light. Go have fun. Like I said, get out there and do something that brings you into the present moment. And in you'll be in resonance with the solution to the problem. And it might just feel like, oh my God, like, duh, I could just do this. And it's like, yeah, but you have to get out of your current funk. You have to get out of sitting in the energy that you're trying to overcome. So definitely you already know. You know what you typically do, and you're like, wow, like nothing else matters. Go do that and understand that on the other side of that is the exact solution to the problems that you've been swimming in, that you've been allowing yourself to kind of fester in. So understand that is important. And moving forward, understand that that's important as well. Like to continue to do things that raise your vibration, continue to do things that make you happy, even when you feel like more important things are calling your attention, or you feel like, you're in a desperate situation that needs your attention, you don't have time to just go have fun. That's when it matters the most. That's when you need to have fun the most, in those times, because that's going to bring you back to a vibration of, because in those situations there is nothing wrong. And if there's nothing wrong, you can fix a problem from there, because you're in a vibration where there is no problems. So that's much more of a vibratory match than sitting amongst all your problems and feeling like, oh, there's so much going wrong. Like, the solution's not going to come through that. But I don't want to beat on that point too much, because I feel like you get it. And I'm also being called to move on to the next card. So once again, thank you for being here. And I do readings. This is a collective reading, but if you're interested in a personal reading, I can definitely do that as well. I do offer some services, whether it be depending on how much of a reading you want. As far as like, you can do a 3-card, past, present, future. You can do a full Celtic cross spread. If you have like a super specific situation you kind of want all sides of, it's just a matter of what you want. But as far as this reading, this is our Monday Magic Collective readings. Every Monday at 1, I get on here, exchange some energy, and we just discuss what's in store for the week. So I appreciate you joining. I hope you continue to join as we grow this collective. It's definitely been dope so far. The High Priestess. This card was peeking through earlier, like in the very, very beginning. It's one of the cards that fell out when I said, oh, they fell out, but I'm going to go back to shuffling. The High Priestess. This is also another card I feel like that's been out every week so far. But you're being called to go within, and also trust what you find within. Don't overthink it. I feel like it's easy to, especially in the beginning, when you're meditating and or you're practicing, spirituality, or doing tarot or anything like that, it's easy to, to discredit yourself, to feel like, are these really intuitive hits? Are these really guidance and channels? Or is it just, me putting my own stuff onto it, projecting? But understand that if you're not sitting there thinking too hard, if you're not consciously doing any of that, that it is guidance. If you pull out, because just pulling out this card, I've seen this card a million times, but each time I'm drawn to something different. My eyes are drawn to something different. Energetically, it feels different. So, and understand that you'll understand your intuition from your mind as you continue to trust it, as you continue to get that proof. So don't overthink it. Go with it. And after doing it so many times, you'll understand like what's what, and you'll know, and you'll be able to trust it. But first things first, you have to show up, and you have to give it a chance. So when you go within, understand that you're gonna get guidance. There's gonna be a lot that comes up. Trust it, and continue to show up. Continue to go within. Continue to meditate, and see what stuff continues to come up. What's different. How you feel when it comes up. All that is information to let you know what to trust, let you know what's you and what's not you. But just go within. Nighttime might be significant. You might be called to meditate at night. I meditate at night and during the day, but I don't know, the ones at night seem to be different. Like the ones during the day, typically I feel like set the tone for the day and kind of get me in that spirit. But I feel like at night is when like guidance comes in, confirmations happen. I feel like more mystical things happen at night. Like I might feel a presence or like see like, energy around in the vicinity. Those typically happen at night. So I don't know, there might be a mystical experience waiting for you. So yeah, you're definitely being called to meditate for sure. And if you can't meditate at night, then do it during the day. It's okay. Whatever it is, it's just it wants you to go within yourself. You're calling to yourself right now, and that's what the high priestess typically feels like for me. Right now, I'm getting like restore the balance energy. Maybe you've been spending too much time in your outer world while neglecting your inner world, and there's no way forward moving like that. You have to restore the balance a little bit, and understand that the things you're growing come from the inside. So if you're seeing like the outside, your outer reality is not really unfolding the way you want it to, or things are not growing or developing and progressing the way you want them to, spend some time inside. There might be, information or insight that you can get that will allow you to move forward and to get past that feeling of stagnancy. Because you're not stagnant. Your attention might just be in the wrong place. So yeah, you're definitely being called to go within. If you guys have any specific questions in mind as I'm pulling cards, definitely hold them in your mind, and trust that they will come out in the reading as well. So that's one other thing to do. Then you don't have to just sit here and listen. You can definitely, because as far as a collective, we're all influencing the energy. So if you have a specific question in mind, you hold it in mind and you intend for it to come out here, it will more times than not, especially if you're supposed to get an answer for it. So yeah, see it and trust it. If it does come through, don't allow yourself to overthink it. And if things don't apply, let them go. Don't force things to apply or feel like it has to apply to you. If it doesn't feel like kind of resonant on the inside, if you don't kind of feel like, yeah, that's my message, then don't force it to be. Oh yeah, we got two cards that came out. Got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Heavy on the feminine energy. It's time to receive. It's time for us to receive. I was gonna shy away from saying money, but yeah, money is big here. Money, material possessions. Somebody may be about to inherit something. I'm hearing getting something back as well for somebody. You may have lost something, or had something taken away from you temporarily, but it's coming back in this season. I'm trying to figure out the best way to hold this so you guys can see both. But yeah, also the things that you've been working on, the seeds you've been planting, they're coming back. Or they're not coming back, but they're growing. It's time for harvest. Yeah, your harvest season is coming. And understand that, sit confidently in the things, in the fruits of your labor. When they start to come in, or if they already came in, don't feel like, that's a call to keep going hard or go harder so you don't lose it all. Understand that you've shifted, and that this abundance that's here for you is not a fleeting thing. This is your new life. So understand that you can rest now. You can use some of that abundance to pour into yourself. You can, you can go shopping. You can get that thing you've been wanting to get for a long time. You can go, be charitable. You can go give some of it away. You can do whatever you feel called to do, and understand that there's more where that came from. Don't feel like, all right, here you go, now you got to make it last forever, because you don't. And the more you allow the money to flow, allow your abundance to flow, the more it'll flow. So if you hold on to it too tightly, you can't expect it to flow to you freely. You have to let it flow out and let it flow in with just as much ease. Okay, that's very, very important. And pay attention to that. Pay attention to where you're holding on to it too tight, where you're scared to let it go, or what you're telling yourself when it comes time to spend money, or how you keep yourself from spending money. Especially when it's something that pours into your cup, and it's not just dumb shit. So let it flow, and understand that you letting it flow is what's allowing it to flow back in and letting it come to you. You have to treat it like energy, because money is energy. And if you were money, you wouldn't want to be held on too tight, you like freedom. I feel like we all like freedom. We all want to be able to, be ourselves and flow, and to be able to come and go as we please without somebody like, where you going? Oh, no, you can't go there. Oh, don't do that. So don't treat your money that way. Treat your money, it has the power to go out and come back in, and when it comes in, you'll be happy to see it. When it leaves, you're happy to see it go, and trust that it's going to go serve a purpose wherever it's at, and it'll come back to you. So definitely treat money like that, and watch how, it likes to move like that. So it tends to come to people who allow it to flow that way. Like I was saying earlier, everything has personality, everything is energy. So just make sure you're treating things in a way that you would want to be treated, So don't hold on too hard to it. Let it flow, and trust that, it's all coming back. And so you got the bird. She trusts that she's not keeping it there, but look where it's at. It's with her. And that's how you have to treat these things. The fact that you will allow it to flow is exactly why I would want to stay with you. Because freedom is everything. I just felt really called to say that. But yeah, enjoy your freedom, enjoy your birthright, which is abundance, and let it flow. So go ahead and spoil yourself a little bit, spoil your loved ones a little bit, and yeah, continue to do the work as you've been called to do. Nothing has to change. You're just receiving the fruits of your labor. That's all. So get used to it. Get used to receiving, and getting used to, living a life where everything's taken care of and you always have what you need, because that's your new normal. And if it hasn't shown up yet, understand that it will be. Yeah, I'm gonna pull 2 more cards, and then get out of here. Let you guys get out of here. Felt like a charge of energy. Ace of Wands. I feel like we keep getting repeat cards from the previous readings. Ace of Wands. Again, this is an opportunity. You're being blessed with an opportunity to take an action. Let this reading be the moment you realize that you're closer than you thought. Let this reading be the moment you realize you're one move away. You're one intentional show up away. Showing up where you've been called to show up. Do that one thing you've been called to do that you felt like maybe it hadn't been time yet. It's time. And that thing leads you to everything else. I know you may have been waiting for everything else in order to even do that thing. Like, when I'm more stable, when I have more time, when, things are more set up, then I'll do it. But understand that this thing, whatever that is that you've been putting off, that's what leads to all that. Like, what if I told you that the very thing you're waiting to be stable to do, once you do it, that's the thing that gets you stable? That changes everything. So understand that that's what you're being called to do. That thing you've been putting off, waiting for the perfect time, now's the perfect time. And it'll create all the things that you thought had to come first. So what is that? I challenge you to think about it. And don't think too hard, like I said, because once you start thinking too hard, it's hard to get back to differentiate what's you, what's your overthinking, and what's the truth. And the truth is quiet. The truth was probably the first thing you thought of when this card came out. before you start thinking like, nah, not that, or before you start, inserting yourself. And that's also why it's important to balance that masculine and feminine. If you're overly masculine, your intuition doesn't stand a chance. Like, your thoughts are gonna overpower them every time, for sure. Because your intuition is more subtle, it's softer. I feel like your thoughts are typically louder, more abrasive, more. They got a little more on their chest when they come in. It's like, oh no, don't do that, or oh, why would you think that? But your intuition's kind of like, oh, you should do this thing. Oh, what if you did that? Like, oh, you really like that, don't you? Like that's your intuition. Meanwhile, your thoughts are like, no, go do this, or oh, you haven't done enough of this, or damn, it's kind of more those type of thoughts. So definitely work on balancing your feminine and your masculine energy. But more importantly, show up. This opportunity. Allow this reading to be the moment where everything changed for you, because it can be if you choose for it to be. Understand that you have everything that you need, and that now the only thing to do is to show up. And here's your wand. How are you going to use your magic? That's all this is right here. That's all this reading has been. And I feel like this week is where you really get to see your magic, and not because anything is just putting it in front of you, but because you're aware now. Because you're choosing to see it. You're choosing to embrace it, to accept it as the magic that it is. You're not downplaying it. You're not trying to convince yourself that you're just normal, or that this stuff is crazy, or that magic doesn't exist, or any of that stuff. You're taking it at face value. I am magic. I can create my world and my life as I want to. And moving with that, the things you notice are going to be different. The things you really understand to be magic now are going to be different. Things that you just kind of let pass you by are not going to pass you by anymore. So, yeah, you're not the same person. So, be that intentionally. Be different intentionally. Don't wait for life to make you different. You are different. Look into the law of assumption. That might be significant here. Assume a different form. Be the person that has everything that you want. And take that action from that space. If you want $1 million, become a person who has $1 million. What does that look like? What do you think that the person with $1 million would do in that situation that you're in right now? Just kind of think like that. And after doing that enough times, you'll realize like you'll start to assume that life, assume that form, and you'll naturally make decisions from that place, because that's who you are, and that's who you choose to be. And the world has no choice but to reflect back to you who you are. So understand that you do have power. Yeah, I'm telling you, take this wand. This is for you, and use it to change your world the way you want it to change yourself into the person you want to be, that you already are. You just have to choose that. The reality in which you have everything you ever wanted already exists. You just have to choose it, and continue to choose it in every moment of every day. Every time you have to make a choice, every time you're presented with a crossroads, remember exactly who you are and where you're going, and continue to make decisions from there. Hey, let's go. Appreciate you in here, and I appreciate you sharing high energy with me. Yeah, and I'm not someone who believes in coincidences, so I appreciate everybody who stumbles in here, everybody who says something, doesn't say anything, who just gets brought in, because I know that this container served this purpose, even if you were here for 5 seconds, 2 seconds, or whatever. Empress, like I said, this is your world. Relax in that. Don't be on edge. If you knew that this was your world and that your experience was one created specifically, especially in your highest interest and for your best good, this is the energy you'd be in. You'd be sitting there just like this, legs crossed, feet up. You got your what is that? Your scepter. You're not watching your back, shoes off. You're just enjoying yourself and in the present. If you truly knew that this was your world, then everything, the universe was conspiring for you to have everything you ever wanted, this would be you. And that's the case. So know that, accept it, believe it. Oh, there was an ant on me. Should have left it alone, but hey. But yeah, accept it. Be this empress. Understand that this is your world. That's the truth. Like, I know it's, No, not everybody, but there's a lot of programming in society teaches us that we're just regular, that there's nothing magical going on, that, we're just here in these bodies, we're just whatever. But that's not the case. Magic is all around you. Magic is in you. You are magic. You are God in human form. So understand that most of our experience is magic. Like, what you see around you is just the results of that magic. The chair you sit on, the trees, the food you eat, the restaurant, the building, the house, all that is just results of magic. Many different dimensions, and 3D is like, it's just the physical form. But understand that the thing that unites all of it is the unseen, and the unseen makes up most of your experience. That there is no separation. That tree over there is connected to that house way over there. That house in Asia is connected to me, who's all the way over here in the United States. That there is no separation, and that the only separation that exists is an illusion, and that we've chosen to accept. So once you understand that it's all tied together, that it's all one, and that this is your world, and that you are part of the universe, just like everything else, just like the grass, who doesn't have to think to exist, who doesn't have to, be its best self to exist. The water that doesn't have to sit there and think and make decisions. Like, you're in the flow when you allow yourself to be. You're a part of the universe just like everything else is. You're an animal. You're nature just like everything else is. So understand that the closer you can get to your authentic self, to being able to just exist and to just be, that the more alignment you'll be in with the rest of the world, the rest of the universe. And within that alignment comes your abundance, comes your blessings and everything. So the quicker you can understand that and accept that and move from that space, the more your life will reflect back to you that, you are loved and supported by the universe, that you are a part of it, and that everything you want is coming your way. So, yeah, be that Empress and figure out how you can embody more of that Empress energy in every day. Oh yeah, I'll definitely check out your stream. And I appreciate the follow. Definitely gonna follow you back as soon as I get off here. But yeah, I'm gonna pull one more card and allow that to be, our parting message, what we need to know. And yeah, thank you again for being here. And I appreciate you guys as a collective. If you would have told me a few years ago that I'd be on Twitch doing live readings, I would not have believed you. So life is definitely very beautiful and funny that way. And, I'm always excited to see where I end up and to see what I'm called to, because I'm someone who's very receptive to energy and receptive to life and to the divine, and being where I'm called to be and becoming everything I'm called to be. So thank you all for being a part of that, and I appreciate you guys. Long story short, I feel like words can never really truly convey everything I'm feeling. Like, if you guys felt it, you guys feel it. But hey, that being said, Wheel of Fortune, it's spinning in your favor. It's spinning in our favor. Understand that if you've been in a place where you haven't felt too lucky, or things haven't felt like, you haven't felt like God's favorite, understand that that's changing. We're heading into a phase this week, or a season this week, where, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning, and it landed on us. So understand that blessings are coming, miracles are coming, and they can come all day, but you have to accept them. So understand that if you're too closed off, if you're convincing yourself that you're not someone who receives miracles, good things don't happen to you, that they might not show up. But that doesn't mean that this reading was wrong. That doesn't mean that you're not someone who has blessings trying to reach them. Understand that at the end of the day, you have free will. And even good things can't be forced on you, just like bad things can't be forced on you. Understand that you have to accept them. You have to kind of be open to receiving them. So when you leave here, understand that the last part is to open yourself up and to show up expecting miracles, show up expecting magic, because it's always there for you. And if you soften yourself like that and show up with your awareness open, you'll see it. You'll see it everywhere. You'll realize that you were never separate from miracles. You were never separate from magic, that it is all around you, and that it's in every moment of every day. You being here right now is a miracle. Like, like I like to say, like, think about all the things that had to go exactly how they did for me to be here and for you to be here in this exact moment, for us to be exchanging energy the way we are. Like, how, that's nothing less than a miracle. Like, I've been alive for 28 years. Like, any little thing going differently could have changed this whole trajectory. Like I said, a few years ago, I would have never seen myself reading tarot on Twitch. And here I am. So it's like, things had to happen for me to shift into that person who's here right now. So understand that you've had similar experiences that you wouldn't have, a few years ago, you might not even been someone who was on Twitch watching a tarot reading. So it's like, those things had to go perfectly, my things had to go perfectly, and then boom, this one moment where we spent a few minutes, an hour together, whatever, was able to happen. That's a miracle. So understand there are no coincidences, and understand that miracles are always trying to find. And if you're not someone who's believed that, let this be the moment that changes. Allow this to be the biggest non-coincidence that's happened in your life that changed your whole world, because it can be. And anything can be that powerful if you allow it to be. Anything can wake you up if you allow it to wake you up. But at the end of the day, it's a choice, and you have to want more. You have to want that enlightenment. You have to want the miracles. You have to want the blessings. You have to understand that you are worthy. So let yourself experience good things. The wheel of fortune is here for us. So I know I'm going to let it all find me. I'm going to let it all soak up. And if you're not ready, that's cool. I'll soak it up for you, and we'll be back here next Monday. And, I'll pour it back into you, because I'm not someone, for me, I fill my cup up, and the quicker I can fill my cup up, the quicker the overflow comes, and I can share that. So that's really what I'm big on. And so, yeah, understand that the blessings are coming to you regardless. So whether they come directly to you, or I bring them back around, or the universe brings them back around, they're coming. And they're going to keep coming until you consciously allow them to come directly to you, because they want to. So like, someone really needed to hear that. Oh, I said that was the last one, but went right back to shuffling. But when I stop, death on the bottom. Yeah, this is the end of the road for you, buddy. You won't leave here the same person. You can't. The person you came into this reading as is gone already. Like, that doesn't take a conscious decision to make, because there was a lot shared. You heard a lot. You learned a lot. You saw yourself from different angles that you may not have seen yourself from. So understand that you're already different. That you don't have to do anything. You just have to move from the different knowing that you have now. Don't move based off what you used to know, what you used to believe, what you've been doing. Move from this space of you understanding who you are just a little bit more now, and allow that past version of you to die. If you're living life the right way, you'll experience many deaths in this life. Like, for me, I feel like I'm always dying and being reborn, and I can see that in big ways and little ways. Like I'm not the same person I was before this reading. I'm not the same person I was 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago while I was reading. Like, I'm a whole different person, because every experience changes you and molds you, especially if you allow it to. So celebrate this day. Celebrate the end of an era. Celebrate the beginning of a new one. Understand that, yeah, see how the kid knows she's not, they seem a little shook, but she's chilling. Get back to your inner child. I feel like the children don't have all that added BS on their lens of perception. Like, they see the beauty in everything. They see the innocence in everything. They feel that unity in everything. So they understand that this death is a beautiful thing. It's the best thing for us. Your adult mind, your conditioned mind may not see it, but that inner child in you knows exactly what's going on. And not only do they know what's going on, they're grateful. They're bringing offerings of gratitude for who they've been and where they've been, while understanding that that's exactly why where they're going is going to be beautiful, because of this death and because of the end of an era. There's no beginnings without endings. So, yeah, allow this to be a beautiful death. Celebrate yourself and celebrate it, and understand that, and thank the person you've been, and understand that they were necessary, because they got you to this point for you to elevate, for you to evolve. And without getting to this point, you may not have ever felt the need to evolve. You might not have ever, you might have just been content forever. So thank them, even if they did nothing but bring heartache and bad decisions and a bunch of hard-learned lessons. Understand that they were necessary, because they got you to the point of being fed up. They got you to the point of you deciding something different. They got you to the point of you elevating. So no matter if it's you feel like it's been all bad, understand that that was the greatest thing ever, because now it's about to be so damn good, and you wouldn't have got to this point without all that bad. So the more you can not separate your experiences, separate yourself, not view yourself as separate from, the bad experiences, the ugly experiences, understand that they probably played a bigger role than the good experiences, because the good experiences probably would have kept you content forever. The bad experiences is what caused you to elevate. So give them a little extra gratitude. And for me too, because they brought you here to this space and allowed us to meet and allowed us to exchange energy. So I'm grateful for who you've been, even if you aren't yet. And I'm sending gratitude and love to your past self and to who you were before you clicked on this reading. And I'm going to continue to send gratitude as you continue to evolve and as you continue to grow. And hey, one day you might outgrow readings and channels and all that because you don't need them anymore, or because you know what's up, or because you're giving yourself readings or whatever it may be. But thank you. And I just want to continue to express gratitude even when you can. So know that I'm always sending thank yous and love your way, even long after this reading, long after if you choose to never come back. Understand that those little random hits of positivity, those little random moments that feel like hugs, know that they maybe come from me and from all the other people you come across. So yeah, that's a beautiful place to end this message. Yeah, have fun at your funeral, celebrate it. You're not the same person you were. And I love you, and thank you for being here. And continue to grow, continue to be aware, meditate, do yoga, breathe, breath work. If you need to relax, remember, inhale, exhale longer than your inhales. If you need an energy boost, inhales longer than your exhales. Rest, exhales longer than your inhales. But yeah, I look forward to continue to grow with you all. I hope you guys continue to show up here with me, and that we can continue to do the work and continue to grow. And that, on the other side of this, I get updates on how you guys are doing and how life is changing for you all. And, just the work we're doing here. Because like I said, like I've been saying, like this is truly a collective for me. I'm truly a vessel of the divine. And I'm here to do the work. I'm here to be here for you guys. And I'm invested in all of your journeys. Don't feel like you're just here and I'm doing you a favor, because I'm not. Understand that we're co-creating this experience. This container is a co-creation. And yeah, I love you all, and I really, really am invested. So don't be shy to share great things, or don't feel like I don't want to hear it, because I really do. So yeah, that's all. And I love you guys, and peace.